Hey, I'm Melissa from IBlieve, and welcome to Never Have I Ever IB Edition. IB students from across the world have joined together virtually to bring you a special version of Never Have I Ever using original IB prompts. We hope that you can relate, relax, and enjoy watching Never Have I Ever IB Edition.
So the first prompt is failed an assessment.
Never have I failed an assessment. I have to. Does anyone have any advice that comforts our DP1s? Because I knew when I was a DP1, I was so panicked because I never failed an exam. Any words of advice?
If you're starting out with IB, especially in your first term, don't put too much pressure on yourself to get a 6 or a 7. It's totally normal to get a 5 or even fail an assessment, and that just means that you have lots of time to grow because you have 2 years in the program.
I kind of want to add to that, actually. I just want to say maybe expect failure, not with the IB assessments, but maybe with the class in itself. Not every assignment is going to go so easy as maybe previous years, because this is the hardest secondary or high school program in the world or something like that. So it's definitely not easy. So if you don't do well for the first few months or whatever it is, that's very normal.
Okay, our second prompt, and I'm gonna admit right now that I still don't know how to do this. Never have I ever spelt baccalaureate correctly. Is anyone brave enough to spell it out loud right now? Who's confident? Anyone? No? Francine, do you want to have a go?
Okay, B-A-C, there's another C, so C-C-A-L-A-U-R-E-A-T.
Yeah,
Is that right?
that's
Okay.
right. Okay.
Never have I ever pulled an all-nighter.
No one? I have never done it either. There's no point to it. Go get the sleep, study another time. That's how you learn to time manage. Manage your time. Does anyone have any other advice to DP1 / prospective students?
Yeah, actually, I remembered I did put a all-nighter once before my chemistry midterm. And it was the stupidest thing ever because I reached the exam and then I almost slept during the exam. So I just rushed through it so I could sleep. So it's not worth it. Sleep early, even if you didn't have everything covered, but at least you're gonna do well on what you covered rather than doing bad on everything else.
Yeah, that's pretty solid advice. Okay, number 4. And I'm sure our DP2s are currently working on a lot of IAs right now. I know I'm doing 5 at the moment. So never have I ever made up IA data. Anyone willing to admit or have done it? Wow, we're all such good IB students. Wow.
So the fifth prompt is never have I ever lost my GDC.
Never have I ever used to what extent in real life? No one? Really? Wow.
Does it count if I used it ironically, in real life?
Yes.
Okay, then I'm putting my finger down.
Oh, to make fun of TOK?
Yeah.
Never have I ever took a mental health day only to do more work.
Oh, I've done that.
Yeah. I mean, that's the point of mental health days. To catch up, right?
Wait, what are mental health days?
I mean, you just don't go to school, so you take more rest, at home, just relax for a day.
I do mental health days, but I go home and write my IAs in one day. So I don't know if they really count as mental health days.
Never have I ever changed 3 of my IB classes. No, neither have I. What are everyone's subjects? What subjects did you take? I know, Francine, you graduated last year.
Yeah, I graduated last year and I did HL Bio, Langlit, and Business, and then SL Maths, Mandarin, and Psychology.
I currently do HL Math, AA, HL English Lit, HL History of the Americas, and then SL, Econ, Spanish B, and ESS.
So I take HL Biology, HL Psychology, HL French B, and HL Art. And my SLs are Literature and Math AI. So I was at first at SL Art, like before the summer, and then I moved up, and now I'm thinking back, like to move back down. So we'll see how that works.
Yeah, 4 HL exams may be like really crazy. I don't know.
Technically, I don't have an exam for art because I submit my stuff early.
So I'm taking HL Chemistry, HL Biology, and HL Arabic B, and SL Math AA, SL English A Langen Lit, and SL Business Management. But I want to add to that, I did have a semester of HL Physics, but then I switched to HL Biology because I realized physics isn't the class for me. So it's like, for the people in year 1, it's never too late to actually switch classes.
So the 9th prompt is, never have I ever lurked on IB Reddit.
Wait, what does that even mean?
So basically just looking at the IB subreddit, or talking to people there.
I mean, I've looked, but I've never talked to people. So
I think that counts as a lurk, right?
Is it like really popular? Do people do that? I don't know.
I think so, actually. IB Reddit pages are pretty big. Like, it's a big community.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
I usually like to, when I was still in the IB, I used to go to Reddit to look for past papers and sometimes textbooks. Yeah, it's pretty helpful if you just look through those, I think.
Our next one is along the similar lines, but it's never have I ever procrastinated on IB meme pages. I think I have, so I'm putting a finger down. Really? Do any of you guys, I think IB meme pages are pretty big. There's quite a few, actually. I think it also depends on like the culture of a school, right? I know Katie, at least, she said that their coping mechanisms was creating IB memes. Is that similar for you guys?
No, not at our school. We have a lot of IB kids though. We have like, I don't know if this is a lot, but like my year 2 has like 103 or something. I don't know if that's big or small. So I don't know. We don't like have, no one has one that runs it, but we do like look at them and we laugh sometimes. But like some of the jokes we don't get, cause I guess like in the US, there's usually not like exclusive IB only schools. I don't know about the rest of the world. And so there's like some of the lingo or some of the things they say we don't really get because we don't talk about it here because we have like AP and stuff too.
So do you take like AP classes simultaneously as IB?
Yeah, and some of the IB classes are like kind of combined with AP classes too. So you have like 2 exams for one class, which is not very fun.
What are the other systems that you guys like could have done besides IB? Like, why did you choose to do IB?
Well, I chose to do IB because it's the most, I guess, like advanced program. So like if you compare AP and IB, I would say IB is harder.
Well, for me at least, my school only offers IB, but you can opt to take like a high school diploma, but you still take IB classes, but not as rigorously. And then you just wouldn't take TOK, EE in your second year. So it wasn't really a choice for me, but I also did like MYP in my school. So I think, I don't know, it was like an easy transition for me.
So in Egypt, because I go to an international school, so I'm going to the American system. But I chose IB because I want to study in Germany. And for some reason, the American diplomas that are issued in Egypt are not recognized in Germany. So IB is recognized there, so I took it so I could study there.
So I transferred schools for IB. I used to do the Philippine system, but then I wanted to study internationally, so I just did the IB.
Our next prompt is partied after an exam. I mean, it says official exam, but majority of us are DP2s. So Francine, have you partied after your IB exams?
I don't think so, because my exams ended way earlier than everyone else's, and so there was no one to celebrate with.
Yeah.
So it would have been weird if I did it myself.
So the next prompt is, never have I ever used EasyBib for citations.
Oh no.
where do you use the most? Like, where do you guys use EasyBib the most?
Everything.
Yeah.
Have you guys like finished your EE? Wow. Draft, yeah, me too. I'm on my second draft. Our last prompt for this section is never have I ever cried because of an assessment. I have not. Laila, do you want to talk about your experience?
Well, no. No, I take so I took HL Math, and so last year that was Calc 2 or like AP Calc BC in the United States, and so I really just didn't get like a concept, and I was just really frustrated because like we were learning on Zoom, and my AP exams were online, like in a timed format, and my while I was taking one of my AP exams, the Wi-Fi cut out in my house, which is like a really big deal because and then you have to go through a whole thing where you have to fill out paperwork to prove that you didn't have Wi-Fi. So I literally freaked out under pressure and started like sobbing because I was like, I'm gonna fail my AP exam, this is terrible. But the Wi-Fi came back on, so I freaked out for absolutely no reason.
Do you guys have any advice or comfort for our DP1s, DP2s, for students? Because it's such a real thing. Honestly, I think it's kind of cathartic to like just cry because
it's totally okay to cry. Sometimes it's even like the best thing to do if you're like feeling like too much pressure. You just like kind of let it out.
I think this like pressure is inevitable. Like there's so much to do, and maybe for you that's crying. I think that's okay.
Thank you for watching this video of Never Have I Ever IB Edition. Follow us on Instagram at ib.lieve. Make sure to like the video, subscribe to our channel to stay updated with all things IBlieve. See you soon. Bye!